It's time for Everything Noob, your source for all things gaming.
Hello and welcome to another installment of the Everything Noob podcast, episode 41. I'd like to welcome Miss Jemmy Games back.
So good to be back!
And Mr. Dreadlow is here as well, with
Hello.
a new microphone.
Yep, got a new one.
He sounds all
now
smexy.
I sound official.
Yeah. I'm upset, guys. I'm not
What
happy.
hurt your feelings?
No, not you.
Oh.
I couldn't get tickets to Minecon.
Well, didn't they sell out
yeah.
in 3 seconds?
They sold out in 3 seconds every day they went on sale.
Which was 3 times. It sounds like a 3-day.
Who got
For you.
those tickets? Like, really? Like,
Not
who
me.
could do that?
Not me. I couldn't do it. A lot of my friends couldn't do it, and a lot of people who really should be there can't be there now. A lot of big-time YouTubers in the Minecraft community can't make
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and that's depressing. That sucks.
Well, what really sucks is, like, by watching Twitter there, I noticed that Bebop Vox got tickets, even though he didn't actually do it the way, we all would do it. I think somehow he had a little inside scoop, was able to get them. But as far as everybody else, there's a lot of people like the Shaft podcast couldn't go. Actually, they're 2 of them are able to go because they got tickets, but 1 of them can't go. So I mean, there's a lot of people. Those people there should be media tickets.
So it's only half
And-
a shaft, or a
Yeah,
thirds of a shaft?
2/3
just
of a
half
shaft.
Just a two-thirds of a shaft is going.
How are they supposed to perform with only 2/3 of a shaft?
I don't
you
know.
really need
and
the whole shaft.
Absolutely.
I'm
That's
hoping
really
Mojang.
kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I'm hoping Mojang will reconsider how they do sales for their tickets, and they consider, especially your big YouTubers. I'm not talking about anybody who everybody's got a YouTube channel, but I'm talking about those that have a decent subscriber base.
Yes.
With fans
500,000 plus.
at least, and if that's the case, they're eligible for media tickets.
See,
And then those media tickets are only for them. Nobody else can buy them.
I'm actually really glad I didn't get tickets as a result of this whole thing going down, because that's what I was saying the whole time. Like, why doesn't Luckland's family have, tickets already in the back? They're friends with Lydia, too, the person putting on the convention from Mojang.
Yep.
And they don't have tickets, the whole family. Chimney Swift, I believe, was having trouble. I don't know if he ever got that resolved. Sky Does Minecraft, don't know if he got tickets. These people sold so many copies of Minecraft just by making videos. There's no reason why they shouldn't have some kind of VIP pass already set aside for them.
I agree. I know that I know from what I've been seeing in Twitter and with some of these big time YouTubers, they're rallying together and actually going anyway. I know Bitburner.
But they won't. Are they just going to, hang out somewhere
pick it
nearby?
outside?
Because they can't get in the convention.
Yeah, well, but Bitburner, or who is Minecraft.com, I guess Minecraft is what he calls himself. He actually said that, and this is true because I was there. I was at the first Minecon. About 50% to maybe 75% of the fun is outside of the convention. Because everybody gathers together, goes and hangs out different places, and goes and does things together. And that's what Minecon was all about, for me anyway. I got in, and there was just a lot of long lines and just a lot of things. The panels were awesome.
Yeah, you went to the first Minecon.
Right, and a lot of the panels were near the end anyway. And then obviously the big main event when Notch threw the switch for Minecraft 1.0, everybody was in there to watch that. But most of the time I was eating, hanging out, going to different places with YouTubers. It was fun. It was just a great time. And so a lot of these big YouTubers that couldn't get tickets are going to rally together and go anyway. And they're just going to go hang out. They're going to get hotel rooms and have their own little mini Minecon.
That's really cool, because they need to do that. They need something, because those people should have been invited. Just on either set aside tickets that they have to buy. Say, look, if you want in, you get a discount ticket. It's going to be a VIP ticket. You've helped us sell so many copies of the game. You deserve to be here. We can only cover the cost of your ticket, or we can only give you a discount. We can't cover your flight and hotel. Whatever they have to say, but something to make up, to give back to them, because they're part of the reason. They're part of the reason there is a Minecon.
They should at least be given the option to buy two tickets, one for themselves and one for a buddy.
Yes.
Without having to stand in the line that everybody else does. So they can at least be there, because that's half the reason a lot of people want to go.
I would have been more angry had I bought tickets and then read Twitter and found out all my favorite YouTubers can't go, because I want to go to meet them. The panels I could care less about. From what I've heard from the American Minecon, the first one, it was very unplanned. There wasn't a lot to do. Now, they had a second one, and this is going to be the third one. I'm thinking they've learned from their mistakes. Maybe it'll be a lot more eventful than the very first one. Dreadlow can obviously vouch for
from
how.
what I understand, a lot of people had fun with the second one because it was at Disney World.
Yeah.
Over there in Europe, and so they were able to actually go into the park and enjoy some of the things in there. So, again, it was an outside thing. You know, the Minecon can only do so much. I mean, it's only open through the weekend. It was only open for however many. Let's see, it started like the first. I think the doors open at 10, you know, and then it was through until 6 or 7 o'clock, and then that was it. So it was only for a few hours each day, and then after that, what do? You know, and most of everybody. It was in Vegas, so it was open 24/7 as far as Vegas is concerned.
But you have kids.
So everybody just walked
there.
around and hung out. It was awesome.
You got a lot of kids there, and this one appeals to more kids because it's right next to Disney World.
Yeah.
So but I thought, and this is where I've been corrected numerous times now, but my original thought was that because it was November 2nd and 3rd, you're not even in Thanksgiving break yet. The school year is just begun. And a lot of these kids won't be able to make it because it's just one weekend out of the school year. The families are like, no, you're in school. We can't take a trip right now. Maybe if it was in Thanksgiving break, we could go. But now, I guess that didn't matter. You know, there's going to be a lot more adults there is what I'm thinking. We don't know how many kids.
7,500 tickets
so.
were sold
Because
in each time less than 10 seconds.
I can't imagine, like, a lot of kids are going to be going in the middle of the school year just for a 2-day trip.
Now,
like, that's going to be a hard sell to your parents.
I don't know about the East Coast. I mean, is it school still running then, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
School will be in.
I think school starts later for them because they get out really late, I think, in some areas. I know New York, I think they ended like a month after I did. So it's still not going to be summer break anymore, though. We're going to be into fall, and Thanksgiving break is the big first one, and that's in the middle of November.
The end of August, beginning of September is usually when the school year starts, and like you don't really get a break until Thanksgiving, and then that's just like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then winter break.
Wow. So
well, I just hope next year they do something different with the ticket situation because what was it now? This is something I don't think we mentioned, but on eBay.
Oh yeah.
There's people selling actual Minecon tickets on eBay for between $500 and $1,000 each.
There's assholes selling tickets for $500 to $2,000 a piece. Not people, assholes.
You know what? I can see why people would do that because of the high demand. But shame on the guy who spends that money to buy those tickets.
Shame on that person, but also because Dreadlow pointed this out, and there's been some controversy about it, but you go ahead.
Okay, well, Lydia Winters, who is Minecraft Chick, or the one who basically puts on these big shows and stuff for Mojang, she tweeted, Bebop Vox was tweeting something about how he can't get tickets, and he looked on eBay, and he noticed that there was people selling tickets on eBay for this high amount of money.
Yeah.
And so Lydia says, don't worry about it. The tickets are non-transferable, and she says that they're contacting eBay to figure out what to do about it. And I mean, what can they do? Give us back the tickets, cancel the tickets. How are they going to know what tickets are what? Because they're not actual physical tickets. They're actually like accounts that you. Well, I'm not sure exactly.
Any auction, it's like when people try to sell money in RuneScape. Because I remember that was a big deal back when I was playing that. People were talking about buying money on RuneScape through eBay. Well, once Jagex contacted eBay and said, hey, people are selling money in our game, this has to stop, eBay went in and just deleted every auction. I think even punished or banned the people who were doing it. So that's all they can do.
Okay,
They can
well
just,
there you go.
eBay's moderators,
but
they
then
have a whole
you're talking
section.
about, I don't know how many tickets these people have or how many tickets are for sale, but you're talking about if they're legitimate and they're not fake, if they're legitimate tickets and these people are selling them on eBay, and say even if it's 1,000 tickets, say out of all the people that are selling on eBay, it accumulates to about 1,000 tickets. That's 1,000 people who can't go to Minecon.
I hope.
Sure, Mojang made their money, but that's
You-
1,000 people not going to Minecon.
You could only buy 6 when I was looking to buy them. Like the thing only lets you go to 6, and that's
Right.
for like a family, you know. So like you were saying, if you wanted to transfer the tickets or buy them for someone, you had to be going with that person, and you know, the person who bought them had to be present. That's what we understand anyway. That may or may not be true. I think that's accurate though. Anyway.
Yeah, well, they should make it so where you have some kind of identification.
Yeah.
You know, when I went to Minecon, I had to show my ID to prove that I was the
On the
person
list
that was
and-
picking up the ticket.
Because it's a
Correct.
guest list, right? It's not really a physical ticket you print out. Eventbrite,
Right.
which is what
So
the site they
how-
use, it makes a guest
How is
list.
somebody going to buy this ticket under somebody else's name, obviously, because they had to order it under their name, and they're going to go to Minecon and say, yeah, I'm so-and-so picking my ticket. Can I see ID? You're going to show ID. It's a completely different name.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, well, I bought it off of someone. I'm sorry, but these aren't transferable.
Yeah,
Tough luck.
and so that person wasted $2,000 potentially, and that it's either people who know that they're not transferable or total idiots who went and bought as many tickets as they could. And remember, tickets are $150 a piece from Mojang, like, which is ridiculous, and I want to get to that in a second, but because I have a rant about that, and it drives me nuts. But
I think it was half that at Minecon 1.
see, and that's the thing. Anyway, so tickets are really expensive. I really hope that those people get their auctions torn down, get punished through eBay, and are stuck with hopefully 6 tickets a person who's trying to sell them, or more.
Yeah, most of them are probably people who had every intention to scout those tickets.
And that
Yeah.
sucks. That sucks. There's people out there who prevented possibly myself and many other people from going to Minecon with no intention of going themselves. None. I mean, if you bought a ticket and you thought, well, I want to go to this, but it's going to be really expensive. Maybe I'll try to get more money on it from eBay first, and if I don't sell it there, I'll go myself. Not knowing they're not transferable, okay, fine. You know, that's perfectly reasonable. But other than that, if you bought them with the intention of making money off them, making a profit, screw you.
Yeah, it's just, come on, man.
But
again, like I said, it's going to be a lot of people not being able to go because those tickets aren't available now.
Exactly. The price
So-
tag originally, though, was a pretty scary thing to see. And I think I was actually talking to Jemmy about this, right? $150, no information on the convention that I could find. I didn't look too hard, so maybe there was something somewhere, but on the website for Minecon, all there was the thing to buy tickets. Nothing else. No, okay, these people are going to be at the convention speaking. These panels are going on. These indie devs are going to be there. Nothing. You're paying $150 for a convention about one video game. That's like Comic-Con ticket prices, right? I don't know how much those go for. They're expensive. And you don't even know what you're buying.
2 days.
2 days.
And those days
Yeah.
are like 10 to 6, so they're very short
10
days,
a.m.
too.
to 6 p.m. That's why. That's so lame.
Yeah.
I mean, someone told me maybe you should just go. Maybe you should just go on your own and not worry about having tickets. Just go enjoy a trip to Florida and meet people outside the convention. And I thought that's like being home sick from school and kind of feeling better and you want to go play outside, but all your friends are at school.
Yeah, but
know what I mean?
but that is something that like I said, a lot of these big YouTubers are actually.
I didn't know that. I haven't heard anything about that because the YouTubers I follow haven't mentioned it. I think
Well,
they're-
I mean, if they're smart, they'll set up a meet and greet with their fans somewhere public where they can do that, or they'll rent a space with a lot of others and just kind of do a meet and greet day.
I don't think did Chimney Swift get tickets?
I don't know.
He says he's got something in the works,
He might have. Who knows?
but he should get them. I mean, seriously,
He should. There's a lot of
If-
people that should. There's, it shouldn't be limited to one YouTuber. Any YouTuber who has that kind of following and sold that many copies of Minecraft for them, and Lucklin, he doesn't have 500,000 subscribers. He has well over 100,000 though, and he for a while was running pretty much the second biggest Minecraft community out there, next to Curse's Minecraft forums.
WB.
Yeah, that was a huge community back in its day. That's the one that spawned a lot of famous YouTubers we know now. I mean, it was a big part of it. I mean, he should be there. A lot of people should be there, and they can't be, and that sucks. And I would have been so irate if I got tickets and they weren't going, because they were. I was telling him, like, I'm going to be there. I hope I see you there. He's like, yeah. And
I think Sky Does Minecraft was trying to get tickets, but I think he tweeted that he didn't get them, so he's not going.
That's what I saw. Yeah, that's what I saw. But
and that's sad because he's 500,000 subscribers.
No, he's 4 million.
Oh, no, what am I saying? 5 million subscribers. Excuse me, I'm way off.
He's.
I think you're undercutting him there a little bit.
Guess
you're
I
only
am.
giving him part of the shaft.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I had to bring it back.
He could fill in the third part. No, it's good.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I mean, it's come on, you know.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm upset. I'm over it.
Like I said,
I saved $150.
We'll see what happens.
I saved some money. That's money I could use for, I don't know, paying bills, not suffering for, because that was going to be a trip. That was going to cost me quite a bit and put me in the hole for a while. But I was willing to do it because I told myself next time Minecraft comes to the U.S., I'm going to this thing. I got to go to this thing.
Man, I guess I got it was
You'll
easy
have
to
pick
buy
another
tickets. The
convention
first one
that
was easy.
Sells more tickets in a fair fashion.
I don't know if it's the way they did it or what, but it was really easy to buy tickets. I just went on the website and bought the tickets. There was no timer, nothing. I just went on there and bought the tickets.
You probably had a bunch of time to decide, too, because no one knew what it was. People were like, Minecon. Excuse me, it was the first year of it. The first year of any new event isn't ever going to be popular. It's just not.
Well, there was 5,000 people there.
Jimmy's
and they made
at
extra
something.
room for an additional 500 people that were special guests, that were like Yogscast and people like that. So there was about 5,500 people total.
That's a lot. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't hard to buy tickets because it was the first year and no one knew what to expect. And it got a lot of bad reviews afterwards. People on the internet ripped it apart. But I still wanted to go. I thought it was so cool that you got to meet all those people. And I met you because you met those people, which is weird.
Yeah,
that's a long story.
If you haven't met Frodo, then yeah, he was the whole reason for going. No, I was kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Frodo is pretty chill.
No, he is. He was fun. He was a lot of fun. But no, yeah, it was really cool to be able to meet everybody, and I think that, like I said, that was the highlight of Minecon for me, and that, and also the main event, which was very emotional because it was Notch up there flipping the switch. Releasing Minecraft 1.0. That was really, really cool.
I saw a video of that, and it looked like the most awkward thing ever.
It's a convention. That's pretty much every little thing that goes on. It's super awkward, super nerdy, super dorky, but you love it anyways because you are a nerd.
And it was
so
small.
It is made for you.
The big room where you get all the swag was a pretty small room. And it was pretty crowded. So they definitely, there was definite, they needed to expand. It was obvious they needed something bigger. And that's probably what they did for the 2. Hopefully this one, they did, if it's going to be that popular, it's going to have 7,500 people in there. That was how many tickets they sold this time.
I'm sure it'll be a much better event, but my point was they should have.
It needs to be huge. They need to go all out, and they need to do like E3 to just rent out a whole coliseum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just these little conference rooms ain't gonna fly with Minecon anymore.
I really hope that they do it right this time for all those people who spent all that money. So I bet you it's going to be a lot more eventful than the first one, and that's great. But I can't go, and I'm sad, and
You're very bitter.
I hope I'm not missing much.
Think about these people who aren't going. I'm not sure. There's a few big-time YouTubers that used to do panels at these events.
Yeah.
Used to have all these panels and do all these different things. Seth Bling, did his Redstone things, and and they had some awesome panels there. If these people aren't there to do these panels, who are going to do these panels? It's like
maybe they got
Well,
other
man,
indie devs or
It could be an indie festival now, which
Paul Soares
mean-
Jr. I think is one of them who can't go because he couldn't get to tickets.
see, and he
Yeah.
was the one. He made them their initial trailer, and they used that
was the-
forever. So that probably
he
sold
was
them
the
tons.
family. He was the family-oriented guy,
Yeah.
because he's got his whole family
Oh.
involved. And it was a cool little panel that they had put on for that.
Well, let's be fair. In all fairness, in the first Minecon, they did honor the crap out of those guys. So maybe they had a different direction this time. But
It could be.
while we're on the subject of Minecraft, there is a new update. They're starting to finally expose a little bit. 1.7.
Ooh.
Yes, and Jeb tweeted a couple things that people are really excited about. He's adding new biomes, and the picture.
New
I heard
biomes?
about that.
Yeah, new
That
biomes.
means chunk errors and
Chunk errors galore.
just
I'm sure.
Oh
bad
boy, I
maps.
guess my server's gonna get to reset.
Servers are going to
that.
crash.
We just really made a bunch of cool stuff, and now we're gonna have to reset the map. I'm so mad.
I was actually pretty upset too. I said the same thing. I'm like, great, I wonder if we're gonna have to get a new map now because of chunk errors galore and people wanting new biomes. Because this new map we have is pretty explored now. Anyway, new biomes are being added, and one thing good, he fixed a lot of the lighting glitches in mountains. When you walk up to a really awesome mountain, it has all
that's
these black
nice.
I
spots.
hated those.
Yeah, he showed a really nice picture of an awesome mountain structure, and it had nothing like that. He fixed really nice. So it's going to be a fun update. I'm hoping it's going to take quite a while to come out. But that's all your Minecraft news. I think we should move on, don't you?
What about the modding API? Is that mentioned?
Not yet.
Oh, come on, Lito.
Don't
Did you
bum
really
us
think that
out.
was gonna be in there?
They look.
It's supposed to come out
They gave-
1.5.
Modding API is a myth, and it is a flying spaghetti monster that is just never going to happen. So let's move on. It's not happening.
Spaghetti monster. Oh man.
All right, what do we got going on now?
So okay. Minecraft. We talked about Minecraft a lot. Now I'm like all.
We did. We wasted half the show on this.
I'm
man.
sorry. Okay.
Let's move on.
Let's
you know what,
talk
let's start
about
over.
something-
All right,
Grind his gears.
we're gonna end this and start over.
Let's talk about something no one talks about because no one cares. The Xbox One.
All right.
Oh my! Really?
Perfect.
Sorry.
More Xbox?
Everyone
What did they
talks
mess
about
up
that.
this time?
We can go about 5 minutes on that.
It's kind of a rumor, kind of not, but they're saying that the Xbox One is designed to last a whole decade. The hardware and everything designed to go a decade, like everyone
For
predicted.
those who
with
don't
these
know, a
systems.
decade is 10 years.
Wow.
Wow.
You could say
We're
for
really
those who don't
dumbing it
know-
down tonight for the audience.
For those
I'm
who
trying
don't
to help
know,
people out.
the Xbox is a gaming console. For those who don't know, the Xbox One is the new. No. For those who don't know, a decade is 10 years. The more you know.
The more you know.
Oh my gosh. Now that threw me off. So yes, that's really all it is though. Designed to last 10 years. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it will? With how fast computers are, I mean, it has a lot of really awesome specs for a computer.
Yeah. Well, when I'm
Well, the Xbox 360 sat around for a large amount of time. I'm surprised really how long it has, but we're not making huge advancements really if you think about graphics and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
I would rather focus on making new innovative games than trying to keep up with it's just a little bit shinier than before.
Yeah, we made it shinier and it has more RAM. Enjoy.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think because they found a new way. There's these new engines that are coming out are bad. I mean, not bad as in bad. Bad as in good. Let me
You mean
rephrase that.
badass?
Yeah, because before, when they try to pump up graphics in a game, most of your hardware on your just modern ordinary computers couldn't handle it. Now the engines are a lot better in a sense where even older hardware can handle some of the graphics. I mean, some of the new games that I've played because of I've got an older computer and I'm able to play these older games these newer games because the graphics are awesome, but they've made it so it's much more stable, much more, computer friendly, and so I'm guessing, like you're saying, I think that the graphics part of things it's gonna be easier for computers to handle or render some of the graphics for today's new games than it was in the past. And so with that, I could see a console like this lasting 10 years because, if the graphics stay consistent, and because they're doing what do they call them, voxels and really small, minute pixels and voxels, and so they're able to make the graphics look awesome, but not, have to blow up your computer when you're playing it.
Yeah.
So like I said, hardware can now work really well with some of the newer games. So
well, that
if they do that would be great.
They stuffed it with all kinds of really, really unnecessary hardware, like tons of RAM and things that we don't really use yet. We don't utilize all that yet. We will eventually, I think. But
my question is, will the hardware actually last? Like, it's intended to be like relevant for 10 years, but will it last for 10 years? As in, like, will the lifeline not
will it
go
get
out
a ring
on
of
it?
death?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this right now. My Asus laptop that I'm using right now, I got back in 2008.
Okay.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 5 years old right now, and it's still beautiful. So I can see hardware lasting that long, as long as it's being taken care of and it's top of the line stuff. You're good.
Well, with a
No.
console, you can't really do too much to screw it up. I mean, it's not really going to get viruses. You're not going to install some crappy codec on it, and Skyrim won't launch. It's going to work.
Oh, are we still mad about that?
Don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right. We won't talk about the fact that you can't run Skyrim.
Stop it.
I tell you how you can fix it. Let me just say this real quick. Look up K-Lite codec pack. Install that, and it'll fix all your issues.
I think he's
It
lying.
actually looks for bad codecs, and it deletes them for you.
I will look for that.
Look that up. K-Lite codec pack.
Like the
That's
letter
what I
K?
did to fix my problem. I couldn't watch some videos. I'm all, why can't I watch these videos? And it's because of a codec that I installed, and I didn't know what it was or which one was bad. When I installed K-Lite codec pack, I already had K-Lite codec pack, but this particular codec messed up even those. So the K-Lite codec pack, what it did is
why
while
have
it
you
was
been keeping me
installing,
from this?
is it checked all the codecs. And it checked all the good ones to the bad ones, and it left the good ones and deleted all the bad ones.
How long have you known about this?
Oh, forever.
I've been sitting here
Just
dying
try it.
to fix my
I think that
computer.
might fix
Hey.
your problems.
He's been like racking his brain how to fix his Skyrim
Because
problem.
everything else on my
Well,
computer, except
I
for
didn't-
Skype and that,
It
works.
You didn't say it was a codec issue.
I
don't
said
know.
we suspect it could be a codec issue, and
Okay.
and you're like, oh, and you
Yeah,
just,
because there was
just
a
forgot
point
about that.
where
Well, I wanted to wait for this show to
codecs
announce
were
it.
causing a problem with me running Skyrim, and then I uninstalled all my video codecs. All of a sudden, Skyrim's fine again. And I'm like,
There you go.
I'm not really sure why that works, but it worked.
Okay,
Now I'm going to
you
be
try
up
that.
all night working on this again because I
No, it
I
won't-
stopped caring. I'm like, okay, guess I don't get to play Skyrim on the PC.
Now you're determined to try again.
Damn it.
It'll be it's just a quick download, quick install, and you're done. You don't even have to restart your machine, but I suggest you do.
I will. I have to restart it for everything now.
But
Anyway.
what we were talking about, Xbox One. Here's what I'm thinking. Microsoft is doing this, or saying this, because I really think that what they're going to do is they're trying to find or create a good, stable operating system that will go across all the different platforms they got. They got the tablets, the PCs,
Crappy
they've
phones.
got the Xbox One, they've got their Windows phones, and they want it to be all like, one thing for all. is what they're trying to do. I can see this coming. So if they're saying that the Xbox One is designed to last for 10 years, I'm thinking that's what they're going to do with the actual operating systems as well.
No.
It's going to be an operating system that's going to be...
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to come out
How long did XP go
next
on?
couple of years and come out with Windows 9 and have it completely...
for a long time, but they didn't sunset it when Vista came out, not immediately, because people revolted over it. I mean...
People still use XP where I work. I mean,
yeah.
It's just... It's still there. It still exists.
They're going to push a new operating system. They'll do that. But maybe Windows 8, they'll at least support it for 10 years.
Yeah, I'm noticing that even some of the video games, even some of the newer video games, when it asks for what kind of Windows you got, one of them is still listed as XP. So XP is still a good operating system.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, I think they're going to completely level the field here. They're going to make it so that all their operating systems are all consistent with each other, and it's going to be one of those one for all, and that's it. All they're going to do is be doing updates and upgrades, and if they go to Windows 9, it's not going to be too much different than Windows 8. It's just going to be this is it right here. Because if that's going to last 10 years, then the operating system needs to last that long.
Yeah, because it's all kind of integrated.
I
agree. I agree, but I don't feel they'll do it.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
We still have we have the Xbox 360 running on a seemingly identical version of Windows 8 right now when you update it. And I'm just saying, they've changed the operating system within the Xbox, and they've made it work with Windows XP.
That's true.
You don't have to make. But I agree with you. I do feel like they're going in that direction. The one thing they need to learn, though, is that even Apple will change their stuff too. They don't stick to one thing for 10 years because technology gets better and things get better. There's no reason to stay on one thing for so long anymore, especially how easy it is to upgrade those old hardware devices to run with the newer software. So that's what I think they're doing with the Xbox. I think they're planning for the future by putting all this really stupid, crazy, powerful stuff within the Xbox and saying, okay,
hardware-wise,
and the PlayStation's doing it too. They're making them very, very powerful, very comparable in terms of power, and saying, we're planning for the future. The PlayStation 3 right now could probably do. It probably has so much unlocked potential because they did the same thing.
Probably make more money though, sitting on the same system that long than sunsetting it after 5 years into a new console, because they don't really make a lot of money on console sales. It's licensing out the ability to make games for it to the gaming companies and making games themselves. That's where the money's at, is actually in the games and accessories and controllers and all that good stuff. The actual console, they don't make money on that.
No.
Well, with Microsoft's $400 price tag, maybe they're making a little bit.
$600, isn't it?
Oh, is it? How much is it?
I think
it
it's
was expensive.
$500 or $600. It's definitely not $400. PlayStation's $400. And
I don't know. With the hardware they
PlayStation.
said, I think that is a kind of a good deal for the hardware that you're getting, but at the same time, it's not a computer, so it's why would I pay that much?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm still not going to buy the Xbox One. I don't care what they do, what kind of backpedaling they do. I've already mentioned that a million times. The PlayStation 4 could end up in my living room when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, but we'll just see. I've been itching to play Kingdom Hearts. It just eats at me that I can't play that game. My friend still has my PlayStation 2, and because the PlayStation 3 isn't backwards compatible with the super, I can't play Kingdom Hearts 2. Can't do it.
Just watch a Let's Play. And
No, it's not the same.
vicariously.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay, sorry. There is no pleasing you.
No, in this case there isn't. But no, I'm excited either way. I'm excited for the future of technology, but I'm also against spending butt tons of money. We'll see though. 10 years. If a console is meant to last 10 years, then that could be a good buy. Then it's an investment at that point.
Well, then I don't have to buy it right now. I can wait 5 years to buy it.
Yeah, it'll be a lot cheaper then.
Yeah, it'll still go down in price. Like crazy in 5 years, but
So, but I wonder if they'll release the new console like 2 years before that one's dead, because they seem like they want to support the Xbox 360 a little more than they used to.
you guys see that spider crawling on
old
her wall?
systems going out. Huh?
There's a spider on your wall. It just crawled down, like behind your chair.
Oh, don't say that.
No, I'm not kidding. Do you guys see it? It's see the pen in your hand? That wall. Okay, look down. Look
Is
down
it
on the
really?
wall. No, you're right behind you. Now look down.
I don't see it.
Well, it crawled down there.
We'll find
Oh, is that
later.
it on her shirt right there?
No. I wouldn't be able
Just
to see
kidding.
it if it was on her shirt.
Oh, don't. No. That's not cool. We'll find that later.
Just look back in the recording. Oh, poor.
It's not
That's all
funny.
right.
We just ruined her night.
I'm gonna be very scared tonight. I'll be like, there's gonna be a spider in my hair when I wake
I just
up.
saw this black dot, probably in your mouth. I just saw this black dot just crawling down your. Oh, gross.
Speaking of spiders, no, I was kidding.
What? What kind of transition do we have for
Yeah,
that?
I gotta be transition from spiders.
Okay, well, a topic that really no one cares about. You guys ever heard of a game called FTL? Anyone out there? It's basically a top-down space game. You have the ship, and it's kind of like a turn-based fighting game. You're going across the galaxy, and you're fighting other ships, and if you die, you have to start all over. So look it up. It'll be in the show notes. They're making Lego sets now. They got enough support to, just like the same people at Lego who did the Minecraft Legos, they got as much support for that as they did for this FTL Lego set. So now these little spaceships are going to be in stores soon.
Oh, that'll be cool. That's cute.
It's cool, but oh my gosh, that game, I didn't think it was that popular. Am I wrong?
I see people playing
I
it, but
didn't
I didn't
either.
realize there was a that huge of a pot.
I'm just.
Oh.
I
They
don't
only
know.
needed 10,000 supporters.
I've seen some gameplay on it, and I thought I thought it was like kind of, I don't know. I didn't like it when I saw it, but I guess it's popular.
Well, Minecraft is a
Enough.
household name. So when the Minecraft Lego sets got made, I understood that.
Yeah, that was completely understood.
But
But FTL?
FTL, I didn't.
Why not a Skyrim? Do they have a Skyrim set?
I want to see Amnesia dolls.
Or how about an Assassin's Creed set? Wouldn't that be cool?
That could
Come
exist.
on now, don't be silly, Lido.
I could see
Yeah, I mean,
that.
come on.
The Minecraft Lego set seemed really redundant to me.
Yeah. A game of blocks, and it was easy for Lego.
It was
didn't have
it was
to-
stupid easy. It made itself, but the whole point of Minecraft is like not building with your hands. You're playing a computer game. So it just seems silly. And then it's about exploring and cave diving. So you get this Lego set and you build your little Minecraft thing, but it's just weird to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't see the appeal of I can see why they would sell like hotcakes, but I also don't see the appeal to it, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't played with Legos in a very long time. Maybe kids are going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over it.
Hey, merchandising. That's how you get the kids.
That's true.
Yeah.
And people who don't know about
they
Minecraft.
don't have the filter to realize, oh, wait, doesn't make sense. Why do I need that again?
I have the game. Why do I need this Lego set?
I mean, I did it when I was little. Like, you see the commercial for the toy for whatever it is you're interested in, and you're like, I need that. But there's never that moment where you stop and you're like, why do I need that?
Well, the reason Minecraft works is because there's no gravity. So you can put blocks in places they wouldn't go in a Lego set. You know, and you can make a house and you're not limited to gravity being an issue. You do whatever you
Right.
want. With Legos, it's real life. You can't do half the things you could do. What I really like is that it's super expensive, but taking your Minecraft world and getting it 3D modeled and like sent to you, which you could do that, but it's so expensive.
Oh, that's crazy.
But could
Why
you
would do
imagine?
that?
You're a tabletop gamer. Could you imagine a Dungeons and Dragons game with that board?
Wow.
Like how that'd be cool.
Oh, wow.
Come on, you could. That takes the whole DM experience to a whole new level.
That thanks for calling me out there, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying you're a DM. I'm just saying in general, the DM experience. If you had to make the board and pay money to have it sent to you first, and then you can.
That would be way too expensive, and no one would play because the books are already an investment. On top of you need dice and maybe a miniature.
You can make a regular board game though out of it if you really wanted to. That'd be cool. I think.
Be interesting.
Be interesting to store it in your house. I don't know where you put something
Where
like
would
that.
you store it? For real? Who has that kind of space?
Well, it depends
No
on
one.
the size of it. I mean,
That dork guy who never got married and is,
like those people.
He is CEO of some tech company nobody's ever heard of, so he has all this money and nobody's his friend. And he's like, yeah, I built a gaming room. I can build 3D models of my Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. And everybody's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go play with actual cool people.
Like those people who dedicate entire rooms of their house to trains.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Those
yeah.
are
yeah,
cool
yeah.
though. I love going in those rooms.
Oh yeah, they're cool to look at, but no, you would never do that because it's like I have friends and I like to have fun.
This
They
is
got
a hobby
them
I'm
going
glad
along
I
the
don't have.
ceiling and yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen some crazy ones where they drag them through a few different rooms of the house, and some people go as far as cutting holes in their walls and making tunnels that go from room to room.
Oh
Which
my
is,
gosh,
so
that's crazy.
cool. Oh, I think that's awesome. It's expensive when you have to move, but all these repairs.
Yeah.
you gotta do.
Can you imagine the people, how do you sell that house to the people after you, though? Because who
Well-
wants, a little train tunnel through their rooms?
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Well, yeah,
No
you'd
one
have to
wants that.
patch those up with drywall and stuff.
Most people who buy houses though buy them to live in them forever or until they die. So
I know a lot of people
those
who
that
move.
sell them are usually because they're broke.
Maybe.
Broke or a
The
new
whole,
job
the
in a
whole
different
point
city.
of buying a house is you buy a house and you live in it until you die. That's the American dream. But
To live in one place forever and then die in this grungy
To
old
buy
house.
your own coffin?
yeah,
Essentially?
bury me in the background,
A very
backyard.
expensive coffin?
he has a weird dream.
I know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
on a lighter note, have you guys ever played Fez 2 or Fez? I'm sorry, not Fez 2. Fez
No,
2 will
I
never
haven't.
I've
exist.
seen it though.
I see it
looks,
on sale on Steam all the time, though.
Looks
It-
interesting and
it looks
confusing
fun.
at the same time.
It looks like a really fun game, and as it turns out, there's a lot of drama behind this. It's old news now, but we didn't get to cover it last week. The creator of it, his name is Phil Fish, and he got in some kind of shouting match with someone or over Twitter, social media, I don't know what it was, but he threw his hands in the air and said, "Forget it, I'm done." His quote was, "I'm taking my money and I'm gonna run." He's leaving the gaming industry now. So there will be no Fez 2, which was pretty anticipated among Fez fans. Fez fans.
Yeah. Although
It
some of
was-
the comments on that particular article that I read,
The Disgruntled Gamer or something like that. I can't remember his name. He pretty much called him out and said he should make a statement to the gaming community of what he feels about Xbox and PlayStation barring indie games from the market and stuff and not supporting that anymore.
That's right.
And it's there's not really a lot of information. And he basically tried to say there's not a lot of information yet, so I'm not going to make a statement without facts. And he just got harassed and harassed and harassed, and essentially had a meltdown. And I was like, you know what, I'm done.
It was just over that?
Yes.
I thought it was over the game itself.
No.
No, it's
Oh
like
my
a spiteful
gosh.
thing. He has a reputation of being a huge a-hole. That's his thing. I mean,
Right.
everyone just knows him as, he makes this awesome game called Fez, but he's a total jerk off. That's what everyone tells me about him. I haven't read anything he's really written about this. I've been reading third-party articles about it, and
Right.
I haven't played his game or anything like that. I've seen videos. I meant to buy it, and then I just never did. But I'm kind of glad I
Kind of
didn't.
makes me not want to buy it if I
yeah.
ever thought about it.
Well,
It's-
his partner's name is what? Mike Beer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
always
to trust you on
thought it
that
was
one.
kind of neat because it was Phil Fish and Mike Beer, and I just, somebody had messaged, why don't they just go out and have some fish and beer and get over it?
Oh, facepalm! Oh my gosh. What?
Anyway, yeah, it's funny. His partner's last name is Beer, but
what do you do when you leave? If your passion is making games, you're making money off of video games. What do you do when you decide I'm just done? I'm gonna leave the gaming industry. Do what, dude? I mean, your game isn't going to make money forever.
Is he really leaving, or is he just going to go work for another company in gaming?
According to everyone else, he's leaving.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you hire him? He's obviously competent in game design.
Well, just keep him out of the limelight, put him in a room somewhere, and put him in front of a computer with some coding language and say, have at it.
I mean,
as long as he doesn't talk to anybody, he's good.
He could go into software development too, which would be a lot less stressful and a lot less limelight for him. No one really cares about software developers.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really have conventions for the new Excel or
PowerPoint.
Yeah,
Welcome to the PowerPoint convention. What do we do? We're going to watch some slideshows about other PowerCon.
What's some other utilities format your hard drives and?
How about Windows Calculator? You know what I mean? Oh boy.
Yeah, he could go into software development. There's a lot of things he could do, but I'm
Oracle
wondering
convention for databases.
I'm wondering if it's a big publicity stunt to, because that's the kind of person he is. Maybe he's just trying to rile people up, and then once I can't make any money doing anything else, so I guess I'll continue work on this game I'm wasting now.
I feel sorry for his partner, though, in all this. How do you deal with that fallout?
Maybe he's just used to it.
The thing is that he, when that was announced, some people didn't believe it, some people did, and so even after you would think he would have cooled off and said, you know what, I said that, I didn't mean it, whatever, right? I'm sorry, whatever. No, he went and posted on his own website. That is official. He is actually leaving. He's out of here. So it's so he's committed to that decision.
For now.
Yeah.
The backpedaling could set in, and I don't know I don't know how you're not humbled by having all these fans of your game, and this many people are concerned. Oh man, I love that game. I want the second one. I don't understand
why he cared about what that guy said anyways. Just make your game. It's gonna sell. Who cares what that guy thinks, or if he's calling you an a-hole because you won't make a comment.
Man, it would be terrible.
What does your opinion on that matter anyway?
Man, could you imagine him being a YouTuber? Listening to all the trolls? Oh man, he'd be
eaten alive. Yeah, you gotta have when you're on the internet doing anything, you gotta have a thick skin. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't not have a thick skin these days, especially with how much cyberbullying goes on, and no one really realizes how much of a cyberbully they're being. It's so easy to take something in writing and read it the wrong way in the first place, but then people are legitimately mean about it too. And
true.
Because it's easier to be mean because you don't have to see their facial expression when they get the message. So you don't ever have that moment of guilt where you're like, oh, maybe I really shouldn't have said that.
I probably made them feel bad. No, you write it and you move on. So
exactly.
Just ignore them. Block. There's so many ways to block people on the internet now. You could essentially just hide yourself from all of it if you want, and make your game and just say, leave me alone. But it just, I don't know. It sucks. It sucks for a lot of people who are fans of that game, and it makes me definitely not want to buy it because I don't want to become one of those people who's like, oh man, now there's not going to be a second one.
Well, I mean, I haven't even played the first one, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty decent. It's weird, this weird side-scrolling, three-dimensional kind of idea where the whole world turns. It's really bizarre. It's different.
Yeah, you have to get through each level. You have to turn this world, and it's cool. It is definitely a cool game. But there's another indie game that's going to be consuming all my time here in a couple days, called Spelunky.
Oh yeah. Well, you can play it for free right now for PC.
You can't.
It's the old. Yes, it's the old version.
Yeah.
It's basically the same game. It's just that the graphics are kind of But I've played it. I messed around with it a little bit. they're coming out with this. What console is it going to be on?
It's on PC. I believe the original one was on Xbox and something, I don't know, but this one's a lot more up to date with the graphics and it's on PC.
So
This
what
one's
kind
gonna
of
be
game
on-
is this? Like, I've never heard of this.
So this one's going to be on PC? I thought this one was going to be on a console, and the original one was on PC.
I thought the original was on console because I was watching Man vs. Game play it. He got it early, and he was on his PC from what I was
Oh,
told.
okay.
But anyway, no, it's so imagine Binding of Isaac, which is a game randomly generating dungeons. Okay, and
Okay.
every time you die, you have to start over. Kind of the same concept, except this one's side-scrolling instead of an above view, and you're descending into caves. And each level, you're supposed to collect as many resources as you can that are just laying around, and maybe there's like a person that's trapped, and you bring them to the room. There's like a room between each room that you move on to, and that's how you. So you'll take a person, you'll throw them in there, and you'll keep grabbing stuff, and you'll keep throwing it in the room, and then you enter the room, and then it tells you your total, and then you go down to the next floor, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So you could, if you wanted to, you could just keep jumping down floor to floor, but you won't earn any points, and you won't unlock anything, and it'll be boring. Or you can do it, and try. It's like a self-challenging kind of game in that sense. And when you die, you have to start all the way back at the top.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a cool game, and it's one of those ones that just will occupy a whole bunch of your time, kind of like Binding of Isaac. You'll get into it,
Yeah.
and it's multiplayer. I don't know how that
Oh,
works, but yeah,
No, that's interesting.
we'll have to all pick it up and maybe stream it sometime. It's
So they'll have some like speed plays and things like that, then, and probably some competitions, like with Binding of Isaac. I could see that happening with this.
I'm
game,
not a
actually.
team player. I will block you from getting points. Just saying. Even if it's cooperative, I'll be like, nope, sorry.
This
You
is
know what
mine.
game I do
Blocked.
really want to try? Have you seen that? It's called Worms. It's
Worms
called
Every Day.
Worms,
Oh, that's old. Yeah.
Worms
I
Worms
love that.
Unlimited or Worms.
There's so many different
Anyway.
versions. I don't know the most current one, but yeah, I used to play that when I was younger. I loved that game.
No, I mean the Worms where it's multiplayer
Yeah.
and you play with a bunch of people and
Yeah.
and you each take turns trying to blow each other up.
Yeah. You're worms on a mountain, and the mountain's really destructible.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have newer versions
I want
of
to
it.
play that.
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't. It's a whole ton of fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
been around for a long,
It's on
long time.
It's on Steam, so I might get it.
I might have it. I don't know, but you got to make sure you get the most current one. There's a few different versions. But you know what? I think
Yeah.
I did get it. I think I saw it on sale and just hit buy and didn't really think about it. I'll have to check. It was one of those games where I'm like, I know I'd like that. Buy.
Could you imagine multiplayer version of Angry Birds?
How'd that work?
You
Yeah.
could make it competitive
turns,
where you
you
try to
know?
like.
You set up your little boundaries, and then your
I wouldn't want to co-op that game, like where you swap off, because I know I couldn't trust the other guy. Like they're gonna screw up that shot. No.
Well, no, I mean you play against each other. So like
Against? Sure. Okay.
yeah, like you have a certain number of birds, and then the other guy he'll set up a platform, and you have to knock it down. Sort of thing, maybe.
Yeah.
There was a
I don't know.
game really similar to Angry Birds where you had a catapult, and each level you can the catapult gets upgrades and the things get harder, but you throw these rocks at the buildings, and there's people inside, and you gotta kill them. But it had a feature where you could actually make your own little challenge and then send it to your friends. So
Oh.
yeah, but it was
I don't know
annoying.
how we got
you
from
had to, it was like
Bez 2 to this, but
it was like
anyway.
a House of Cards, but on the computer. It was very, very annoying. But yeah, no, they're just indie games I'm excited about, and yeah, so
Yeah, they're
Spelunky,
cool. Yeah.
gotta check out Spelunky. I'm gonna be
Spelunky's good.
I'm gonna be streaming
wanna
the
get
crap
it.
out of it during my 24-hour live stream on Sunday. It's gonna be crazy.
That would be a good game to see.
What?
There's games from way back when that are very similar to these games, and there was one called I think it was just called Wizards, and you were this little wizard guy, and you'd walked around kind of like a Mario Brothers type thing, kind of the same way as Spelunky, and you just go from area to area, and you go up levels and stuff. I mean, I don't see why people don't stream that more often. Maybe I should start doing that.
It's going to be streamed like crazy. I can tell you that right now. It's a really good streaming game, like The Binding of Isaac. The games like that do make really fun streaming games, but they also make you rage quit. I mean, the nice thing about
it's not worth playing unless I can rage.
the nice thing about that game is if in Binding of Isaac, you can't at no point can you be like, I give up and then move on to the next room. You're stuck. You get stuck in the corner in these positions. In Spelunky, it looks like if you can't reach a certain mineral or something, you can just be like, whatever, I can lose those points, and then go on to the next floor. So it has a different dynamic. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And there's leaderboards and all kinds of stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
No,
yeah, it does.
Again, I'm going to stream the crap out of it. I'm excited. Anyway, we're about at that time.
Again.
Time to say goodbye.
We'd like
I
to
thought
thank
this was a 24-hour stream.
No, that's on Sunday.
No,
This
we are
guy.
not doing a 24-hour cast.
That's
That
going to
would
be
be
rough
crazy.
because I'm going to finish my 24-hour stream and then take like a nap and then come back and do the show that Monday.
I know.
I'm just going to be wiped.
It would be nobody would be able to watch it that long.
No,
although
a 24-hour podcast would suck. I'm talking about like I'm going to be gaming for 24 hours and then later that day. Do a podcast.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's gonna be crazy.
So, but thank you all for listening to this installment of the Everything New podcast. We will see you next week. We're all tired as crap.
Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. Have a good one.
Thanks for listening to the Everything Noob podcast. Be sure to visit everythingnoob.com for previous episodes, show notes, host bios, and blogs. And while you're there, feel free to write us with any questions, comments, or suggestions you may have. Don't forget to check out the links to our Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch TV channel as well. On behalf of the noobs, see you next week, and happy gaming.